Yeah. So,
Derek speaking.
listen, I'm going to call you on my cell phone. From my cell phone, Eric can't hear really well. For whatever reason, something's happened to my digital phone.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay, that'll work. All right, I'll call you right back.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Well, it's kind of weird. Hello, can you hear me well?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's my phone, clearly. It's been that way all day. I don't know what's going on, but...
Could be
anyway.
Yeah, it could be a digital mishap there or something.
Yeah. So, wanted to consider you for the applications specialist position. So, we have not started interviewing for this yet. I'm actually just speaking with people this week and next.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll forward everyone's information, and then we'll probably start interviews next week. So yeah, pulling up your information now. Sorry, it just timed me out. It's because I've been logged in since like 6 a.m. I think.
Oh no, take your time. No problem at all.
All right, let's see. All right, so how did you hear about this particular role?
I believe I applied on Indeed.com. I think I was, applying for different positions, and that's how I heard about you guys in Indeed, and then I also went on the website.
Oh, gotcha. Well, Indeed has served us well, that's for sure. Probably 90% of our applicants come from Indeed. It's crazy.
Yeah, see, it seems like Indeed, it's a pretty good conduit.
Yeah, it is. It does well with aggregating jobs and throwing them all over the internet, that's for sure. So I see you were with Optum. Did that end at the first part of this year? I know they did some layoffs. Yeah,
absolutely. That's interesting you say that. Yeah, they what the deal with that was, I was supposed to be, working from August to really, that was probably supposed to end now. But the managed service provider, they told us that they would, hire us. It was supposed to be a contract to hire position. And then, towards the beginning of 2024, they said, well, there's some global consolidation. We kept asking them, what was their plans, because we noticed that the position started dwindling down. If you're familiar with my chart, we were kind of integrating and standing up, my chart for Optum. They just purchased that software, and so they kind of gave us the runaround here and there, and then actually the MSP said, well, Optum's not going to renew the contract. We're just going to lay off everybody, and it was cheaper for them to hire a lot of contractors in India. So what they did is they just laid off everybody from America in my department. And it was a bunch of layoffs. It was people bigger than us, so it wasn't just contractors. So it was an entire restructuring, is what they called it.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So as a business systems analyst, kind of give me a highlight reel of what you did on a daily basis and what you were accountable for in that role.
Yeah, well, what was interesting about this position, it was kind of a 60-40 thing. When I came in, they wanted somebody to lead the team, so it was about 4 people that I guess you could quote unquote say that was reporting to me, and then other 40% was doing break fix. So standing up the MyChart integration, where basically my responsibility was to kind of classify and manage the tickets and pretty much give all the tickets, whether it be let's say a patient calls in, we were level 3. So if a patient calls in from level 1 or level 2, and for example, something happens to their vitals, or something happens to where they're not able to see something from their vaccination, there may be an issue where they can't see their data on the front end. we would go into Insomnia or Postman or Splunk, and we would look at the logs and see what happened, and we would try to resolve the issue. And by that, you would have to go into ServiceNow and create tasks for other departments. It might be some of the insurance patient representatives. It might be some of the back-end team. And so these were pretty much all EHR issues in several different systems. And what we would do is we would pretty much, I would look at the reports. We would have a daily scrum meeting, maybe once or twice a day. And then from there, I would pretty much divvy out the tickets, and then I would work on the tickets. So that was pretty much a day in the life.
Okay. That's kind of exactly what you'd be doing in this role. So,
Interesting.
All right. Wonderful. So what do you feel like, Derek, are 3 of your biggest strengths that add value to a role like this?
Well, I would probably say customer service will be one of the biggest ones. I have a pretty wide customer service background. I was for 7 years, I was a technical instructor. So, I'm able to talk to people. I was able to start curriculums. I got about 100 and something people certified for a Microsoft certification. I also have, with the technical side, I have a system administrator background, and I started off at the desktop support. So, when it comes to customer service and working with people, collaboration, I think that's probably one of my biggest breakaways.
Okay. Awesome. And so, were you okay with the compensation transparency for this role? Was it in your range?
I'm trying to remember
Did you see it? All right, let me take a look, because I have like 25 openings. I don't remember. Let me look here. Oh, it could go up to 31 an hour, but no lower than about 24 an hour. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
You know what that is annually? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and then let's see. So I don't know how much you know about cares, but we're in a major growth mode right now. We are the largest home-based primary care practice in the United States. So our nurse practitioners go into the patient's homes. Our nurse care managers are fully remote.
I saw that.
So we have 3 arms. We have home health, we have hospice, and then we have our medical group. We started out in about 11 states. Now we're in over 16 with over 100 locations. So we have a major increased patient population right now, which is probably driving the growth.
Okay.
We've had some internal promotions, and so that we do have some replacement, but it's good replacement positions. And I think this one is a backfill for someone who probably moved around the organization. But we're looking for an experienced, well-rounded application support tech. It's a fully remote role. If you are sitting in a Central or Pacific time zone, that would be great. Only because I think her entire team is on Eastern time. So I know that was, so I don't know if she would, need someone to work Central hours, which you live in Minnesota, so you're on Central time, I believe. So
yeah, and I'm flexible.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, so I think everyone on the team right now existing is Eastern time, like I am. So right now it's 1:40 for me, but I think it's 12:40 for you. So
yes,
yeah, you should be good to go with that. Now we have not started interviewing yet. We'll probably start next week. So what I'm doing is just kind of talking with people this week and kind of getting a feel for their background, making sure that they align with the comp. Your skill set is kind of perfect for this. When I thought, oh, yay, this is good. And then, with the growth that's taking place, Derek, there's just no telling where things could be in a year. It's a really great time to come into Harmony Cares, that's for sure.
That's pretty good. One thing that I thought that was interesting was, it kind of reminded me. I like watching a lot of old stuff like in the 1900s, and it kind of reminded me, like, I wish my grandma had something like this where the doctor could just come to her, so she doesn't have to, you know, she's 94.
Yeah.
You know, so she's pretty much seen it all. So she's, you know, it would be nice if somebody were able to, you know, because I remember, you know, like those old Little House on the Prairie movies, and, you know, the doctor would just show up, and I said, you know, that's pretty nice.
Right. Yeah, it is. They love it. Trust me, it's a hit. Patients absolutely love it. Our clinical social workers go into the homes, our community health workers. So yeah, they look forward to the visits. They look forward to the engagement as far as that's concerned, and they're comfortable. You just get a bigger picture of health. When someone walks into an ER, you're probably wondering, gosh, they're here a lot. But when you go into their homes and you see mold, you're like, oh, no wonder they're always sick. You know, you have a bigger picture of health, and you can tell what's, you know, pretty immediately why they're always sick or what's going on with that person versus when they walk in and they're on their best behavior. So, yeah. It's a big difference. So I love that you have Salesforce experience too. That is our new EMR. We had a Prima, and we are literally going through Salesforce training right now. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't used it in a while, but you know, when I first started using it, I didn't know anything about Salesforce, and I was taking the trailheads, and those trails are really, really good. And so, go ahead.
No, I was agreeing with you. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, when I was working, I pretty much the liaison in between like the business and IT, but because I had a lot of that desktop and system administration experience, I was able to resolve like a good 50% of the issues, you know, as long as, if it was an issue where I needed admin rights, that's something the IT team had to do. But my job was pretty much the data systems analyst. I was the one that was, you know, working with Tableau and Salesforce and Infinite Campus and making sure that all the, you know, the third-party applications that bonded into Salesforce was getting correctly into the feeds, and I was able to build dashboards, reports, and make sure the workflows are good. So, yeah, Salesforce is pretty cool.
Okay. So do you have Tableau and SQL experience?
Not much SQL. It's probably something I could learn now. In terms of Tableau, my experience really, it comes really from like giving permission so people can see the visualizations. So that's how I was able to use Tableau. Okay, perfect. Like dashboard. Okay.
All right, I love this. Okay, so I'm gonna forward your information on. I won't know until towards the end of this week who she's interested in interviewing, but as soon as I do, I will send you an email with her availability, and you can let me know what works for you, and we'll get it scheduled. It will be a Microsoft Teams on-camera interview with the hiring leader.
Okay.
Usually 30 minutes initially. I think she said she wanted to do 2 rounds of interviews. It shouldn't be 3, but every now and then we do a 3rd round. It just depends.
Okay.
On what the candidate pool looks like. But it's been, I think we had close to 100 applicants. It's kind of crazy. So.
Oh, wow. That's
yeah,
crazy.
I know. It happened really quick over the weekend. I was like, oh my gosh. So I will forward your information on as soon as I hear back. Just look for an email from me. You should hear back from me no later than Friday. Okay?
Perfect. I'm really interested to continue the conversation, and I'm really liking what I'm hearing here.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, I think you'd be a great fit for this. The great thing is it's fully remote. You don't have to get up and get into traffic. You can just
that's
stay
very
where
nice.
you are, and and still add some good value.
Yeah, that is nice. You know, I kind of enjoyed that. You know, I've been working remote since the beginning of the pandemic, and you know, there's a couple times where I had to go on site and whatnot, but I feel more productive for some reason. I don't know. It's just, I guess, avoiding the parking fees and things of that nature. You know, it's good to get out and every now and then, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, I've been working from home since 2007. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. Okay,
I know.
So you're pre-pandemic.
Oh God, yeah. I've been doing this for so long. I don't know what I would do if somebody told me I had to go somewhere.
You might have a nervous breakdown. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see what else you told me about this.
Okay.
I'll put the HR systems, EMR. What did she say? Promote. Oh, she said there may be some travel every now and then to another medical group office.
Okay.
Let's see. Apps analyst. But of course, we would handle any travel or anything like that.
Yeah, I'd be willing to do that.
Okay, good. And she said there is an on-call rotation for 1 week, and then weekends, or 1 week every 6 weeks, I think it is.
On-call, okay.
Where you work weekends and and evenings.
Yeah,
every 6.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I used to have on-call when I was doing when I was working at Flywheel. I had on-call, and
okay.
So I'm familiar with that.
Okay, all right. And then she said, but there's a small on-call bonus, of course. It's you get time and a half, and then there's a small bonus as well.
Okay, yeah, that works for me.
Let's see, schedule time frame, primarily. Okay, yeah, and we got Central Time, so this is good. You'll be happy about that. So stay tuned. As soon as I hear back, I will notify you, and we will get you in front of Chris. Okay?
Absolutely, and I'll make sure I'll clear out my schedule.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. You guys might hear a little bit of background information because my son's playing a little game and stuff. But that's exactly how an interview is supposed to go. In my opinion, a phone screen is supposed to go like that. That's how it should go. They look at your credentials. They look at all of the things that you did. I happen to be front of the line, so we'll see exactly how that goes. Of course, I'm going to record and upload that one as well. Yeah, I'll see what they're talking about. It's within the range that I kind of wanted. They said, the high is 30. Okay, I need that 30. I'll see y'all in a minute.
Yeah.